Hey, welcome to my fourth game where we'll discuss... What are we going to discuss? Well, first the Italy, and it is one of my, how to say, older games where I just thought up different strategies on how to open, and well, basically I was going to focus on depots on this game and applying some pressure to actually keep some Soviets off our back, and let's proceed how we're going to do that. So to the notion, I do open armor base, barracks and 3 depots as usual, and well, let's see how that works out. We don't have any reads on our opponents yet. Let's just see what cards are we using here. So we use camo and fake tank, so we can apply some pressure early on, and our opponent is got to respond to our fake pressure. And well, he does... Which cards did he use? He didn't use any cards, it seems, actually. Oh, he used decryption. Well, yeah, that makes sense. So basically I made 1 tank, 4 fake tanks and 1 other tank at the barracks, so we can get some stuff going on. So he has to do something to actually counter it. And since we're applying a fake pressure, I don't waste any time and just put another depot up, since I'm not sure about this depot yet and how this is going to work out, and we don't have any much vision of what he's going to do. I send 1 tank to actually harass this supply, because this supply is always placed, I think, most of the times, unless you're rushing, or maybe against an UK as an USSR, which may cause some problem. And I actually send this tank, which is rather weird, but you know, sometimes you get these guys which place supply here, and well, this 1 tank can harass it well, and it's only 10 bucks, and he also has to send something to actually counter his back. So we already got this depot, we take another depot, so it's currently what we think about in, like, it's not 3 minutes and we're already gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 depots taken, and we're applied fake pressure, so he's actually have to respond to all of these, to this side, this side, this side and this side, and also we got some units in city to permit him from rushing it. So why does our Soviet enemy doesn't have barracks yet? Let's take a look at what he does now. So he's made a wise choice of getting T-34, because well, those tanks are really good, one of my favorite advanced medium tanks, and actually to counter my fake tanks he actually had to make 2 armor bases, because once you go upgrade, it takes a long time, and well, when you see some tanks rolling into you, you go, whoa, I gotta have something that can actually defend, and well, then you have a rather choice between making a T-base, which costs 40 bucks, and you don't want to do that, and I think I agree with Hole that he just put another armor base down, that way he can defend this side and this side, but he's quite susceptible to counterattacks. But well, his T-34 should be incorporated in the whole game plan, which is a rather good tank. So he does make them. He sends 1 to this side, 1 to this side, and 1 to this side to actually defend from my fake tanks. And well, while he's doing that and defending, we set up 5 depots, as you can see. And here's a moment where actually game gets defined. I attack this supply depot, and well, he routs me, but I instantly Fana. And the reason I do Fana is because I just thought I could maybe get away with killing that supply depot, even this tank is stronger than our tank. We still can take some some shots to it. We can't kill the tank and kill the depot afterwards, so I think it was a good action to actually try to fan and see if we can get a gamble in, and I think it actually worked out. Whoa, some lag. So he shoots me, and yeah, and we basically get in with the last shot while he destroys our tank, so it's really huge gain for us, considering it's just one tank, and the situation isn't really good for him now, since he has 2 depots and we have 5, and well, he can't efficiently counterattack at the moment because he still has this tank over here. He has 1 tank way off his, I don't know what to call, main army, and yeah, so we got him in a position where we can do more cheesy stuff. I wouldn't even. We can probably even make 1 admin now and then just win outright with such a large economic advantage, and just go multiple choices. We can do airport, we can do AT. Our economy is really allowing us to sustain it without much problems. So we're getting the upgrade for M15, and since we're getting so much money, we basically have a couple of options we can do here. First, we can just use M15, just put all our money into M15, but I decided to just go Proto, because Proto is pretty strong against everything, and well, with 5 depots, it's just we can put some advanced tanks on the field already, put some breeder trucks, which are really good if he decides to go air or ground. We're pretty good against most units, because I don't think M15 is gonna really trade that well with T-34, and we actually need some counters, even when we have such a good advantage in general. So he takes down this tank, which were kinda useless, but then again he actually made a recon and sent a tank, so he can't really get this depot much quicker, but when he had like 1, 2, 3 plus those units, he could actually move here and destroy, and we wouldn't be able to defend that. I'm getting a heavy tank and breeder trucks 1 by 1, I think, no problems with that. And he's moving up, but he decides to retreat back, since we actually can kill him without problems here, which is good. He also does take this depot and this depot again, which is totally fine. So he has 4 depots against our 5. We're still on advantage, but well, if we just make M15s, we're not going to be able to even beat the T-34, because it's just a good tank in general. And I decided to put down 1 admin, since when you're ahead you get more ahead, even in economy state, and just proceed to put down this assault. Now, when you reinforce the city in general, especially with when you put down an attacking force, it's good to just go by the side, and then you can pull from this place to this place and just attack this depot. And he can't really defend it, except for when he actually goes and does airport, because we can't see his airport, and well, we can't see much really, which is good for him. We decided to put down another depot over here, since nothing's really causing problems, as well as reinforcing the city at the same time while we are attacking our depot. So the good thing about here is, when you attack, you must always actually put some economy behind that, because when you attack, if you manage to save up for some money and you're not fighting too fronts at the same time. When even if you're beat, you can reinforce more quickly, and you already have the money going on. And he can't really, if you're ahead, he can't really attack your depot. Even like when it's a truck and couple of infantry protecting it, he can't. He must use his force to actually defend his own stuff. So you get more stuff. So the trucks are going great here. We see planes, which is, well, this really rather good Russian fighter bomber called Shturmovik, which is really good and devastating against most of the infantry. I mean, tanks in general. So we decide to kill his tanks with no problems. He's taken out a couple of trucks, but we still managed to win it. And we even down his fighter and take his supply depot, since we had some of these anti-aircraft guns. So if we actually would have went with M15 as our just made I don't know, let's say 20 of them, if he got Shturmoviks as well, he could actually beat us with a decent. But I think at this point, really making Shturmoviks, which are pretty costly in general, when you're ahead in economy, I don't know, it's that a choice. I would rather thought of going anti-tank in general, because you can kill much more stuff with wooded guns, and you can protect this depot as well with no problems, and maybe get Guardia. But Shturmoviks, yeah. Of course, Shturmoviks, I need to adjust to it, so I actually get an airfield and put down advanced fighters, since we can afford it, no problems. Other thing we can do is put more trucks, but I've decided to just go fighters and just get heavies, I think. So we do a little suicide attack with what was left, and we actually put some light infantry over here, since it seems open, and he has to respond to that anyways, since we have infantry in his city. I do think these two guys are going in here, which effectively blocks him from passing through the city for making quick counterattacks. You can always, if you put your army like here, if he tries to tanks go here, you can actually come out and really bazooka them if you have decent infantry, not these light units. Overall, I'm just now I'm pretty much on the defensive mode. I think what he should do is actually use those Shturmoviks as fast as possible to take down this depot. I have no AA on the field yet. And five fighter bombers, I do believe, can take out supply depots with no problems. So yeah. So we skip a bit forward. He made some Strelki here to actually get back the city, but well, Strelki sucks in general. So I think we're with all of the surprise attacks, we're getting good value for those infantries there. He puts T-34 ahead, and we got some. I'm really not sure if when you're up against like these type of planes, very good Shturmoviks, I'm not really sure if you should go few heavy tanks or a lot of light tanks, and that is the dilemma I've been getting about Hull. But since we're going double airport to actually get our upgrades and everything faster, since we have this huge economy where he really can't do much. Let's see if we can hold. He does Fana, which is alright, and he takes back the city. He had 8 of them. I believe we trade even decent and even forced a Fana card from him, so it's pretty good. And we got Weltros on the way against his fighter bombers, which are fast, good fast little planes, and he must even now do something against those, because I'm just going to basically take 3 planes down with a really good cost-efficient trade there. And he does go artillery base as a response to that, since well, he needs something to put up with the fighters, and well, the Yaks probably going to be a good choice, but well, static air defense is much faster to get, and yeah, Ishaks are not going to be good against Veltro in general. So we down his. We actually didn't kill him, but well, it's all in good. We didn't lost a single fighter yet. We does force him to make some anti-air. We put some heavy tanks there because I don't know what's really in those bushes. We don't have any much recon at this part of stage, and I'm not sure why I'm making these M11 units. It's probably for planking purposes, or to just take off the damage from Sturmoviks. Yeah, actually the P-26 is holding up great against Sturmoviks, can take 2 hits. No problem. We do this quick... Oh, we did this quick attack to actually try to take down his supply depot, so we can establish our edge, and here we're getting some main pushing army, and we're getting our recon, and I think we went bombers as well. So we're getting a little bit of everything, since we have good economy, and it's just going to be good in general. So yeah, we do this little quick counterattack, take down the depot, which is always good, and do a nice little retreat with those fast tanks. Yeah, the thing is, since I make heavy tanks here, heavy tanks can't attack this as fast as some barrack units can in this stage if he's not reinforcing his tanks, but rather making AA at the same time. So that counterattack worked rather well. So yeah, he does kill them all, but well, nothing to worry about. We have he does use Blitz and Fun at the same time, and we are just saving up our cards, I think. Not really sure what are we using. Oh, we used one Blitz there. Actually didn't get away from him, and he had to use the Blitz to actually chase down our tanks. So yeah, we got this little force which can basically take out the first fighter bomber which comes our way, I think, and some fighters and recon, and we're still massing up one truck, one tank, one truck, one tank, which seemed a rather good strategy for that time. We do kill a couple of Sturmoviks. He destroys our fighter, which couldn't chase, and we're making bombers at the same time too, since he's staying passive, and one big thing to note when your enemy is staying passive is that you should go and investigate with bombers what are he doing actually at those moments. And since he placed AA around here, since he sniped that plane, I decided to go around, since he doesn't really have AA here or here or here, for example, I think at that moment. And that makes rather sense. Well, we're sitting here just not allowing to make this depot, and I think what I made mistakes from is I should have controlled this depot as well, because he can actually take this depot if he really wanted to. But we do our plane attack. I believe we destroyed an admin there, and we're going to drop actually micro to destroy his airfield with one Sturmovik, and well, the airfield's 60, and that's a pretty huge devastating blow, and we basically have total air control. Now we can fly wherever we want, and we have 4 admins in base, so so we're kind of done. We had almost 5 depots without losses for admins, and we can now just pump as many tanks as we want. Just go all tank spamming, and he isn't able to do anything, and I'm even making heavy infantry to support that, making those, and he surrenders. So yeah. So let's take a look. Yeah, it was one of my first games, I believe, when I bought the R.U.S.E, and well, we got a rather low orders per minute, but the game was pretty good in terms of how I learned to understand the importance of good economy, and you know, maybe went a little overboard with some admins and didn't spread them correctly, which could have caused us some problems, but all in all, we almost made money off our admins, and it's going to be just everything for free for 5 minutes of the game, while he can't make any much of it. But he played rather good strategy, didn't work out for him well, since he had to actually respond to my fake units, and well, yeah. Overall, that's it. Thank you, and see you in the next video.